Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today we are going to solve a new topic from our top interview 150 of LeetCode. The topic is matrix and the first question that we will be solving is valid Sudoku, which is a medium level question. Okay, so now let's move on to the problem description. So let's see the problem description now. In this question we have been given a 9 by 9 Sudoku board, okay, and we need to check if it is valid or not. Now we have already been given the Sudoku in which the elements or numbers are already present, okay, and we need to validate on that basis only. You don't have to search you don't have to fill rest of the values in the empty box, empty cells, okay. You just need to check on the basis of the elements which are already present in the Sudoku, okay. So if we were thinking these empty cells also have to be filled, and then we have to we have to prove if the Sudoku is valid or not, then this question might have become quite hard, right? But now since we have to only look for elements which are present, okay, and then according to that only we need to verify if the Sudoku is valid or not, then this question will become very easy, right? Because we have been given the rules and we need to just follow those and we need to return the answer according to that. So we have been told that each row must contain the digit 1 to 9 without any repetition, okay. So this means, now let's say, let me take the first row in this, okay. So now in this we have been given 5, 3 and 7. We don't have to think about the elements which are not present, okay. So in this 5, 3 and 7 there is no repetition, right? If let's say I had a 3 here also, then this Sudoku might have become invalid. But right now the 3 numbers that are present in the Sudoku, these are not repeated, right? So till now the this row is valid. If we check for this row now, we have a 6 here, we have 1 here, 9 and 5. So none of the numbers are repeated, so this row is also correct. Now this is about the row. In this way we have to check for all the rows, like we have 8, 6 and 3. So in this row we don't have any other 6 or any other 3, there is no repetition. So in this way we will check for the validation of the row. Now we need to check for the validation of the column also, okay. So in the same way, like we were checking for the row, we need to check if this 5 like we have here, it is not repeated anywhere in this column, okay. So we don't have any more 5 here, so this 5 is correct, okay, it is right to be present in this. Now we will be checking for this 3. More 3 should not be present in the second column. So in this way we will be checking for the numbers in the column, okay. So what we have to check, first we will take a number, we will check if that number is present in that row. Then after that we will check if that same number is present in the entire column, okay. So these are the 2 rules. After that we have to check one more condition, that each 9, okay, like each we have a small Sudoku also, right? So this 3 by 3 matrix that we have, in that also the number should not be repeated, okay. So after verifying, right, that we have a number which is not present in this entire row, and then we will be checking in this entire column, then after that we need to verify here also, okay, that in this 3 by 3 matrix the number is getting repeated or not. Like we have 5 here, so we will be checking in this entire 3 by 3 matrix that 5 is present or not. If it is not present, then the presence of 5 is valid, and then we will move forward, okay. So this is what we have to do, okay. So these are the rules that we need to follow. We have been given a note here that the Sudoku board is partially filled, and it can be valid, but it is not necessary that it is solvable, okay. So as I said, we don't have to fill the empty boxes or cells, okay. So this is not necessary that this Sudoku is solvable, so you don't have to get into that. You just need to check the rules and you need to verify according to that if the Sudoku is valid or not, okay. After that we have been given one more note, that only the filled cells need to be validated, okay. According to the rules we need to only check the filled the elements which are present, okay. So now we have a clear thing or a clear idea that we don't have to fill the numbers which are not present, okay, and it is not sure that the Sudoku will be solvable, okay. In order that Sudoku is solvable, like is a valid Sudoku here, we just need to check for the three rules, that if a number is in a row, it should not be row in, like in that entire row, it should not be again there. In the same way, it should not be present inside that entire column and inside that 3 by 3 matrix, okay. So now how do we solve this question, right? So the most approachable way that we can think here is, like, we can start the iteration, okay. We will be using two loops, right, because we need to access all the numbers. So if let's say I have 5 here, okay, so I need to keep a check of that row. So what I mean by that is, if I have 5 here, okay, so that 5 is present in the 0th row, okay, and this 5 is present in a 0th column, and it is present in 0 by 0 row and column, right, which is this matrix, okay. So according to that, now this is the coordinate of 5, okay. This coordinate should not be repeated, okay. So what I mean by that is, let's say I have a 5 here, okay. So according to that, what I will get is 5, again I will get a 0 here, I will get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, and we will get here 5, like let's say 2 by 2, okay. Right now we don't have to get into that. Right now we are not calculating the like proper ways. Just think that inside this matrix we are on the second cell, okay. So now this row is getting repeated, right, so we need to avoid such condition, okay. So now that is one thing that we have to keep in mind, that the row value should not repeated, okay. So now and the column should also not get repeated, and inside the same matrix same number should not be present. Now if we go through this entire row, okay, so the input that we will be getting is in this way. If the numbers are there, okay, these will be in the form of a string, like, yeah, this will be in the form of a string, and wherever we have dot, okay, that means that will be an empty space, okay. So we need to keep this in mind. If like we are iterating from, we will be going till less than 9, right, because we know it will be a 9 by 9 matrix. So we will have I and we will have j here, so it will also start from 0 and go till less than 9. Now after this, what we have to do, we will check if the value, okay, if the, let's say this is ARR, okay, yeah, so let's go with ARR only. So we need to check if ARR of I and j is not equals to single dot, which means I have some value present there, then I will be trying to get the coordinate of that element, okay. And then what I will do, let's say I have a result, okay, so in that result I will add, what I will be adding, let's say ARR of I and j, and with that I will be adding the I index. In the same way I will get the j index also, okay, I and j, and with this I will get j index. Now I need to keep a check for the matrix also, right. So for that what we will do, we will, now let's say we are here, okay, so let me clear this out. So this will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right. Now if I start the iteration, this will be a matrix, right, and in this, according to that matrix only, we have 0 to 2, that is fine. But now if I come to this matrix, my counting is changing, right? It is becoming 3 to 5, but if I need to keep a proper count, I will have to like get the values in the form of normal, right? Like normal in the sense that values should come in the range of 0 to 2 only, right? So 0 to 2, or we can say like it should be like a matrix only. So for that reason, what we will do, we will like get the values here. Okay, so what we will do for that, we will divide it by 3. So now for that, what we will do, let's divide it by 3. So here we will store one more coordinate of this. Yeah, so we will be doing I by 3 here and j by also 3. Okay, so now this will give me the like I will be getting a proper index here. Okay, so this is coordinate for one item. Okay, so let's say I have 5. So for 5, what I will get, inside an array I will get 5 comma 0 and 5 comma 0 again, and again what I will get, 5 comma 0 comma 0. Okay, so now why am I adding up the values? Okay, why am I adding the values in the result? This is because I need to get a single length, like I need a 1D array. Okay, now why do I need a 1D array? Okay, so let's say I have 5 here. Okay, so if I have a 5 here, the 5 will not exist in this entire row, it will not exist in this entire column. Okay, and it will not exist in like inside this entire matrix, right? So 5 will have a unique coordinate and it will not get repeated anytime. In the same way, I will have a 3 which will have unique coordinate every time. So if I have this entire in the form of a 1D array and I try to convert it into a set. Okay, so the like now let's say, let's just consider this. Okay, so I have 5 0 and this, and I have the same coordinate for 5 again. Okay, so let's say I have a 5 here also, so I will get again 5 comma 0 here. So what will happen, like if I am having a list, then let's say it will have a length of 6, right? But when I convert it into a set, then that 5 comma 0 will not get added again, right? So okay, I did a mistake here, so let me point this out. If I am keeping I and j both at the same indexes, then I will get an error again. Like even after having a right concept, we will fail, right? Why? Because 5 comma 0 is getting repeated here, but both are different. So for that reason, what I will do, in one of them I will keep the index before, so that even like it will not get repeated. Okay, so let me write it down here. So in the j, for j I am writing the index before and then I am writing down the element. Now according to that I will get 0 and 5. So now both elements are different, and now if I convert my this entire like array into a set, so what will I get? If it has like 2 5 in the same line. Okay, so 5 comma 0 will be existing 2 times, right? So if I am taking the length of this array, I will be getting 6, but when I convert that into set, I will be getting the length as 5. Okay, so there is a difference between the length of the set and the array. Therefore if I am trying to check the length are not same, which means that it is not a valid Sudoku, right? Because if I am having a valid Sudoku, each value, like each of the element or each of the number will satisfy this condition that they are having a different coordinate. Okay, so entire coordinate will be different for them. Now let's move on to the code editor. Okay, and we will try to run this code there. Okay, so let's see the code now. First what we will do, let's declare an array. Okay, so let's declare an array. Now we will start iterating in the matrix. Here the name is given as board, so let's go with that. So we will be iterating till the length of board. In the same way we will have j in range of length of board. Now we need to check if board of I and j is not equals to, if it is not a full stop, okay, or a dot, then we will like simply get the coordinate for that, right? So for that what we will do, we will get the coordinate. So first I will get the element with the I index, then I will get the j index, with that I will get the element, then in the same way I will get the index with so this is how we will be calculating the result. And then after that what we will do, we will check if the length of result is equals to the length of set of result, then it is true, otherwise it is false. So now let's try to run this. So the sample test cases are passed. Let's try to submit it. So this code has been accepted. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please let me know in the comments, and in case you have any doubt, let me know in the comment too. I will try to clarify it more. And in order to continue with me in this coding journey, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you will be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching.